You know, I do wonder as a trainer what the drive is to work with someone who's just not making those changes for themselves, right? Like, you're a personal trainer, you're getting paid to help this person, and maybe you could define your job as being specific to what they do in the gym, but I really believe that a trainer is the all-encompassing, lifestyle of the client, like overseeing that, like a coach. That is what I believe to be a true trainer. And so when you look at your clients and you consider some of them have been with you for quite a bit of time, some even a few years, and they haven't changed, you may recognize small changes, and that's okay. It's certainly a unique skill to do that, to think in that way. But maybe that approach isn't working anymore. Maybe that approach isn't what they need. Maybe what they need is abandonment, is someone to tell them, I'm not tolerating this anymore. Because it's personal responsibility. I mean, you can never blame the coach. You can never blame the trainer. Not all trainers are created equally, but ultimately it's instilling behavior and behavioral patterns within your clients to come to the gym, to make better decisions, in their diet, to do that more consistently without this crutch, which I believe to be is represented by a trainer. When you have a trainer, you have someone who's holding you, quote unquote, accountable. And I feel like it's a tough position to be in, because on one hand, professionally, this is what you're doing, this is what you're getting paid for, this is the job description as defined by your place of employment. And yet we're living in this time where that approach might not be the best approach. I definitely don't believe it is. But I do believe that we can operate that new approach within the confines of the current, organization. You can build this coaching platform, this accountability platform. I'm doing that right now with, a wealth management company, and it's no different. Just because someone needs a financial coach doesn't necessarily mean they couldn't benefit from a health coach or an environmental coach, right? Someone who's sort of keeping your environment clean, because that's a huge part of life too. A relationship coach, right? Like a marriage counselor or whatever. There's a lot of these positions that exist within our society, and there's a lot of great people, within those positions. I just feel like the job descriptions up until this point haven't really included the fact that we are connected now more than ever. We also have access to so much information, so we could develop these hybrid roles and ultimately become better versions of ourselves, better trainers, produce better clients. And the clients that are with us that aren't ready to take that next step, that's okay. But we have to let them go. They have to go somewhere because we care about them. But there's no room for them on this particular train, right? There's no room for them. We're gonna find a place for them because we care. But we have to be very specific as to who is, who has a seat at the table. And it's open to anybody who wants it. It's open to anybody who wants it. It's not this it's not exclusive to just certain people, but it's certain people that can accept and take new information and process it, and not take it as when someone challenges you, you don't take it as, oh man, they're challenging me, and then you back down. No, if someone challenges you, you recognize it as something that's said to force you to think, to produce an answer. And once that answer is found, you do something about it. I mean, we can't not offend people. I think Jordan Peterson said, I mean, I know he said, but in this interview, he made a point to this news anchor who was really trying to like poke him, you know, get him riled up. And he said, in order to think, you have to risk being offensive, you know, in order to speak, you know, because to speak is to think. And that's the truth of it, you know. And I think in business, it's a very tough thing because, you know, we don't want to offend our customers. You know, we don't want to make them not want to come back. We want them to stay with us. But I feel like that level of tolerance is sort of behind us. I think we need to move forward and consider the, you know, the outcome, the greater outcome for this approach. And it's not cutting people off and saying they can't come anymore. It's literally addressing existing clients and new clients and saying, hey, we have different levels. This is where we're at. If you're ready for this, we'll determine that for sure. And you're here. If you're not, that's okay too. We want to help you get there, but you got to want to help yourself get there first, right? I mean, any gym will take a membership. Any gym will take a new client. But to really have a more, I guess, foundational process, a discovery process, that I think a lot of the trainers inherently do. I think it's a part of their process naturally, especially when deciding on who to take on, you know, as a client. So look, this is where we're going, man. This is where we're going, and it's a very exciting time. So you're either on board or you're not, but it's going in that direction. You know what I mean? And it's happening inside of this gym, outside of this gym, in other countries. It's happening. So if you believe in it, push it. I mean, this is the organization to be a part of. The gym, which, you know, they named their gym the gym. Fucking brilliant and idiotic. More so brilliant, but maybe lazy, that's the word. But it's a great organization. It's run by great people who understand something that many people just didn't, especially at a time where it was necessary. So now it's really important to really communicate that through action, you know? And the return, that all comes. That all comes. Just gotta do it. Just gotta do it.